Morning, guys. Step into my office. Also, guys, don't forget, hit that subscribe button. I'm sharing my $50,000 in winnings if I win the sweepstakes from DoorDash. And I do a lot of deliveries, so my name's going to be in there a decent amount of times. I think I'm probably in the top 10 of delivery drivers as far as like the amount that I dash. Like, I do a lot. So maybe I win, maybe I won't. If I win, I'm sharing my money with you guys, all my subscribers. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'll figure it out. If you got Cash App, whatever. So hit that subscribe button. 65% of the people that are watching my videos are not subscribers. What are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe, maybe you make a little money. Good morning, guys. Pedro DoorDash Santiago back at you with another vlog. So don't forget, bet on you, set goals one step and or one day at a time. So today is Thursday. I work in the St. Louis market. It is 10:30, I think. 10:37. So a couple of things. I got one shout out, and then I want to talk one little thing about Uber Eats. And then I actually dashed last night. So today's really the video is going to be the footage I did from last night, because I want to talk about some tips and tricks about working at night and what that means, because I haven't really done that. So that's what this video is going to be. So please watch to the end. I think it's only going to be about 12, 13 minutes. So look for that. Different kind of content. I wanted to give you guys some night vibes. All right. So appreciate the love and support. This channel is about betting on you, setting goals one day at a time while you're doing this gig economy work. I left my casino plus job. I loved it back in January. Did restaurant business for a long time, almost 20 years, but I decided to bet on me. I'm working in the St. Louis market. My goal in the next 10 months is to have my own small business, helping other local small businesses bring their goods and services to their customers, but saving them money and in return, making me some money. So, all right, I want to address one thing real quick. Anybody that's doing Uber Eats, okay? I do a little bit of it. I'm not an expert at Uber Eats. I feel like I'm pretty good at DoorDash, just because the amount that I've done and what I've seen. But with Uber Eats, one thing you need to take in consideration. I just had a guy email me about, hey, I need your help. I had this happen to me. And I've watched other YouTubers talk about this as well. So some of you guys might know this, and for those that don't, I want to help you guys out. So when Uber Eats sends you a offer, it might say $15, okay? You're going to deliver that food, and then your payout might, after you deliver it, your account might only say $9, right? Your phone in a little top middle, $9.50, let's say. And you're like, where's the rest of my money? It said 15. What Uber does is within about an hour or so, then the tip will reflect in your account, and you'll get a separate message saying you earned a tip of, $6.50. And that gets you to the $15. And then your money will add into that as well. It happens with the rideshare if somebody leaves you a tip, and it happens with Uber Eats. So your projected payout of $15 will show up that day, usually within an hour or so, okay? Maybe 2 hours. I've seen it take as long as 2 hours, but you'll get your money, don't worry, okay? If you don't get it within that day, then you contact Uber Eats, Uber support, but be patient and know that that money's coming. That's just how they run it there, so. And then I got a shout out. So we talk about setting goals. Please let me know what your goal is. I'm big on goals. I got daily goals, I got weekly goals, and then I got a year goal, okay? My goal for today, I'll share that with you. I'll make $200. Usually that's my goal. I don't have anything going on today. I've had stuff going on this week here and there. I'm free all day. I plan on dashing for a good amount of time today. So actually I'll probably realistically make more than $200. But at the bare minimum, if I make 200, I'm on my pace for the week. All right. So living life is my subscriber that commented about one of her goals. And her goals it really touched my heart, if I'm being honest with you. Living life. They do gig econ work, he or she. I'm not sure. I think it's maybe a couple or husband, wife. Not really sure. Let me know. But their goal was really simple. They don't want to be wealthy with money. They want to be wealthy and rich with family time. And that is an amazing goal to have. And I couldn't be more passionate about that myself. And they also said in there, people kind of, she likes the gig hustle, and people tell her to get a real job, which I love when people tell me to get a real job, or when people talk about that. I'll have a conversation with anybody, toe to toe, about that comment. So she said, it is a job, and she likes it, and it affords her it seems like, she wants to be rich in her family time. you know, I can give you guys 100 examples of my past life and the mistakes I've made, putting my work life before my family and my kids and before my own health sometimes. Worrying about, I need to do this for work, I need to do this, I need to do that, I don't want to leave, it's busy, oh my God, what are they going to think about me at work? And not focus on what my family might think about if I'm a little bit late to a function or whatever. So that comment really resonated with me living life. I really appreciate you saying that and being genuine, and I feel it. I felt that energy, I felt that passion just from reading it, and it really touched me. I want you to know that. So guys, leave a comment. What's your goals? What's your goals for dashing? What's your goals for gig econ work? What are your life goals? Share them with me. I would love to know. I'll comment back. And I'm going to take you guys on this journey with me. Bet on you, set goals one day at a time. Let's go. All right, we doing some night dashing. Let's talk about some stuff real quick. I'm on a $3 peak pay. Been out here for an hour. Well, the peak pay just started. I'm at $26. There was no peak pay. $9.41. Peak pay started at 9. So the first 41 minutes, I made $26. I'm an $11 order. I'm going to Pablo's Euro House. Never been there. It's $11 for 3 miles. I'm gonna check it out. My dash for a little bit. I want to make another $30 or so. I should be able to make $30 in this hour real quick. But I want to talk about things to do when you're night dashing. Most of my vlogs, as you guys know, are during the day. But if you're out here at night, a couple of tips I want to throw your guys' way. Some of these things you guys are hopefully doing already. And if you're not, listen up. So, at nighttime, there's some safety precautions we need to talk about. When you're delivering food, be extra careful of the instructions and the address. At nighttime, we know people are going to not turn their porch lights on, or you're not going to be able to see the numbers on the house or the apartment. So you got to be extra careful in making sure you're at the right door. Okay, if it says hand to customer, you got to be safe out here in these streets at night. Make sure you're knocking on the right door. You triple check that address. If it says 511 ABC Street, make sure you're at 511 ABC Street. What you don't want to do is knock on the wrong door and have somebody come at you in the wrong way. Like they don't, you got to be careful out here in the nighttime. Triple check that address, follow instructions, okay? And communicate with the guest. Even if it's leave at door, let them know, okay, I'm pulling up. I'll be there in 5 minutes, or I'm pulling up. You got to be safe. So that's my pro tip number one at nighttime is be safe and know exactly where you're going and you're communicating with the guest, okay? That's my tip number one at nighttime. All right, tip number two. Sometimes places, the DoorDash app doesn't know a place is closed, or the merchant doesn't have the correct information of hours of operation. And as we know with COVID, a lot of hours of operations fluctuate, especially local small businesses, not like the big chains, So I'm at a place right now that looks closed to me. So know your market, be safe. You might, be in an area and it might be a closed restaurant, and you got to know at nighttime when it happens. You got to follow the appropriate steps. You have to sometimes call DoorDash, or sometimes the app will allow you just to take a picture. And what's going to happen is you're going to get half the pay. So I'm on this $11 order. I'll show you guys. I don't know if they're open or not, but I'll show you what to do in order to get half the pay if the store is closed. All right, guys, they were open. Nobody was in there. They had at the bar, they had a DoorDash sign, pick up here. I saw a bag. I said hello a few times. And then, yeah, I did. Yeah.
Well, tell them we're out of cheesecake, so we did, she can take that off, but we substituted a Cowboy French toast.
I'll let her know. Okay. Thank you. No problem. So I guess that's the owner. So he said they were out of something, but I went in, nobody was there. I picked it up from the bar. So I'll get the full pay on this, which is great. But at nighttime, you got to be careful with knowing what restaurants might be closed or open. You might drive to a spot and then they're closed, and you got to go to the DoorDash and take a picture.
Turn right onto Pennsylvania
you only get half
Avenue.
the pay. That's happened to me a few times. You're only doing half the work, so it sucks though, because if you expect $11 and then you only get $5.50, I want the 11. I'd rather just get the full thing. But sometimes you're gonna run into that issue at night, so something to think about out there. All right, so pro tip 3 for you nighttime dashers, especially if you're dashing from the hours of like 9 to, let's say, midnight or 1 o'clock. I don't do it often. Sometimes I do it a little bit depending on my week and what I got going on. But pro tip 3, expect for some merchants to be long wait times, especially places that if the lobby's closed and you're going through a drive-through, you're probably gonna wait. If it's a McDonald's, a White Castle, a Wendy's, places like that, you're gonna wait. At least in my market, you're going to wait. So you gotta know, I say that because sometimes you might have to unassign, you might become frustrated because of that, you might become frustrated for the long wait times. Your market might be different. Maybe your market, and you get lucky sometimes. You go through, I did a White Castle tonight at about 9:10. Wait wasn't that long, it was about 5 minutes. I've been places before, and it's like a 30-minute wait, and it's crazy. I've seen other YouTube guys wait an hour in a line. I'll never wait an hour for somebody's food. It's not gonna do it. You know, I would literally, it'd have to be like a $30 or $40 order for me to wait an hour. Like, that's just crazy to me. But know that at night between 9 and let's say 1 or whatever, you're gonna wait in some lines. Some places, if they're still open, the lobby's open, especially on the weekends, like you might be able to walk into like an Applebee's or an IHOP or a place like that. Maybe the wait's not that bad because you can actually walk in, they can give you the food, like, you know, Wingstop, like, depending on that, on if the lobbies are open, the wait's not bad. But if you're dealing with drive-thrus at nighttime, expect long wait times from 9 to midnight. So pro tip number 3, try to keep patient. Understand some places you might not want to even accept the offer if you know that in your market it's going to be a long wait. All right, pro tip number 4, if you're dashing at night, you're going to run into maybe a different kind of clientele, different kind of customer. Their expectations might be less or more. For those of you guys that dash during the day, you're going to run into like business people sometimes, offices, dropping off to offices, people's lunch. And at dinner, when I dash to dinner, I'm dropping off to like families sometimes a little bit more, dropping off to more just houses. I get good tips with those. When I dash at night, you're running into like kind of all the above. But pro tip number 4, don't give less customer service just because you're dashing at nighttime and you think the person is maybe of a different kind of breed, you know, and their expectations are different. Continue to give good service and continue to communicate regardless of the time of day. And if anything, communicate more at night because maybe the wait's longer, or maybe you want to make sure you're dropping off safely. Communicate more. Give them extra service, okay? Because the orders you're taking, for me at night, I'm still not going to deliver to somebody that's not going to tip, right? So it's still going to be a good order, even if it's peak pay. I'm on a $3 peak. I'm not taking a $6 order because that means there's no tip. I'm going to take a $8, $9, $10, $11, $12 order and they're tipping, right? So they deserve my good service. They deserve me to communicate. I want to still follow instructions, all that stuff, even at nighttime. So don't compromise yourself and what kind of service you want to give just because it's late night. All right, guys. So as you heard, that guy that owned that place or worked there or whatever said they're out of an item. This is a leave at my door, so I'm not going to knock and tell them that. So I'm going to text them. The place said they ran out of this item. They substituted it. I'm going to give them that information so they know ahead of time, so that they're not just opening the bag and being like, "Where's my cheesecake?" Right? So I'm going to do that so that they know that. All right, my GPS has me turning down this alley. Oh, man. At nighttime, be careful out here, guys. Sometimes you're going to have to go down some alleyways, and depending on your market and your city, you might run into some questionable things. But just you got to understand, the Dash app knows where you're at, so that's a good thing. And, I keep my light on in my car if I need to, and I'm just, be safe, have your head on a swivel, man. Just know that if you're going down the alley or whatever, you're being as safe as you can be. All right, let's drop this off. I don't see no numbers on these doors at all. 4323, I'm looking for 4325. I'm pretty sure it's this one. You guys see any numbers? I don't. What am I missing here? Oh, I see it. 4325. Perfect. Check it. So it was 11. So it wound up being $12. So I got an extra $1 on that one. And she actually opened the door and picked it up, and I just told her personally before I had to text her about the note. All right, guys. So my final my fifth tip and my final one for nighttime gig work, whether it's dashing or Uber Eats and your ride sharing, whatever, let a friend, a family member, a significant other, a son, a daughter, somebody that's in your family that lives in your city, if possible, let them know that you're out doing that work at night, okay? Call that person that you have and let them know, hey, I'm going to be out tonight till midnight doing some gig work, you know. Maybe even call them, text in with them, let them know that you're out here so that, you know, God forbid something happens or you get in a position at night and you don't want to be in. Somebody knows where you're at. Somebody knows what you're out here doing so that if they don't, you know, you let them know, hey, I'm going to work till 12. So, you know, if you don't hear from me or something, whatever, I know this, I'm not trying to scare you guys, but you want to be safe. And at nighttime, it's a different element. It's just different. I hear stories. I've run into ladies people that have told me, hey, somebody tried to rob me. They tried to do this, they tried to do that. Or I was working late at night and my car broke down and I'm doing this, I'm doing that. You know, I've heard some stories. So make sure somebody knows what you're doing so that if God forbid something happens and they didn't hear from you, they can do something and be aware and they can help you if needed. So that's my fifth tip. Make sure somebody else knows that's in your family, a friend or significant other, like I said, whatever, a son, a daughter, whatever. Let somebody know that what you're doing, and that's another safety measure for yourself. So a couple tips for my nighttime dashers out there, my gig econ, rideshare workers, Pedro, DoorDash, Santiago. Don't forget, bet on you, set tips. Bet on you, set goals one day and one step at a time. I'm going to see you guys on the next one. Cheers.